have cervical cancer from an infection, human papillomavirus. Who knew that HPV could lead to certain cancers? If only I had gotten the vaccine.
I got the HPV vaccine 4 years ago. Now I have cervical cancer. I also have narcolepsy, autoimmune dysfunction, seizures, and unbearable pain all over my body. Who knew the HPV vaccine would destroy my life?
Who knew my risk for HPV would increase as I got older? Who knew we should all be very, very afraid?
They say the vaccine didn't work for me because I must have got HPV in childhood. Or maybe the vaccine protection wore off after a few years. Or maybe the vaccine never really protected me at all. No one really knows.
Who knew there was something that might help protect me from HPV when I was 11 or 12, way before I would even be exposed to it?
Who knew exposure to HPV can happen before we are even born? Who knew HPV is common in babies and children? Who knew that if I was already exposed to HPV, the vaccine could actually increase my risk for cancer?
Did you know, Mom? Dad? Did you know that my cancer is all your fault?
Did you know, Mom? Dad? Did you know the HPV vaccine had so many serious risks?
I was infected with HPV. Maybe my parents didn't know how widespread HPV is. And always has been. It's a miracle the human race survived.
I was injected with the HPV vaccine. Now I have penile dysfunction, and antibodies from the vaccine are attacking my body. Maybe my parents didn't know the HPV vaccine could do those things. Did the doctor who gave me the shot give them the vaccine insert listing the risks?
While HPV clears up for most, that wasn't the case for me. Who knew it was all my parents' fault?
You knew there are over 100 HPV types, which clear up for 99.9% of people. You knew the HPV vaccine only protects against a few of them. Maybe if we stopped poisoning our bodies and the entire planet with chemicals and toxins, and focused on good health and nutrition, we could prevent a lot more cancers than the HPV vaccine ever could.
Maybe my parents didn't know I would end up with cancer because of HPV. Sure, it's only a theory, and the HPV vaccine has never been proven to prevent cancer. But theory is the foundation of the entire vaccine paradigm. And we should all have faith in the paradigm.
Maybe the vaccine manufacturers and the FDA and the CDC didn't know the HPV vaccine could be such a time bomb for some of us. Or maybe vaccine profits are more important than things like honesty, due diligence, and informed consent to medical treatment. Maybe it's better for business if parents don't ask too many questions about the risks of the HPV vaccine compared to the possible benefits.
Maybe if my parents had known there was a vaccine that might protect me when I was 11 or 12, they would have rolled the dice and gotten me that shot. And maybe I would have come out a winner. Maybe they just didn't know. Right, Mom? Dad?
Maybe my parents didn't know enough about the HPV vaccine to make an informed choice for me. Maybe they had no idea there was another side to the story. Right, Mom? Dad?
What will you say? Don't wait. Research the other side of the HPV vaccine story. Investigate before you vaccinate.